In this video, we're going to look into the differences between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. Here is WordPress.com and here is WordPress.org. So we're going to look into the differences between these two platforms. Hi everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ernest Chooks. In my YouTube channel, I post content related to web design. So if you're interested in content related to web design, you pretty much want to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification on my YouTube channel so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any question in between the video, leave it for me in the comment section below. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started into this video. WordPress.com and WordPress.org are two different platforms that are often confused with each other, right? While both platforms use the same WordPress software. Now here is WordPress.com and here is WordPress.org. But they do differ in terms of hosting, customization, control, and pricing. And those are the four criteria we're going to look into to differentiate between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. So at first, we're going to start with WordPress.com. So let's look into WordPress.com according to hosting, customization, control, and pricing. So when it comes to hosting, WordPress.com right here is a fully hosted platform, which means that the WordPress software is already installed on the company's server, right? You can see that right here. So this is just their welcome page, their landing page. So if you just want to get started, just click get started and then you get started building a website. So when it comes to customization, WordPress.com offers limited customization options, right? So users can only choose from a section of pre-made themes, but they cannot upload their own themes or plugins. When you go over to themeforest.com and get a WordPress theme right there, you cannot install it from here, right? If you're using WordPress.com, you cannot install it like that. So they only have their pre-made themes that they impose it on you, that those are the themes that you must use, right? You can't just go and install another theme and then bring it over to WordPress.com and upload it right here, right? So let's go over to the control. WordPress.com provides less control over your website. For instance, you cannot edit the core files of your WordPress website or access the server, right? So that's actually kind of a downside, right? If I may say, that's actually kind of a downside. So let's look into the pricing as well. WordPress.com offers a free plan. Okay, let's just go over to the pricing right here. You can see WordPress.com is not actually free, although they have a free plan, but the free plan is blessed with so much limitation. you can understand what I mean by that, right? You can see the free plan right here. So they pretty much have 6 plans, and then starting from the free plan, which is $0, to the enterprise plan right here, which is pretty much whooping $25,000 yearly. I think that's pretty much for the big boys. You can see the big boys using that right here. So if you're just starting up a company or just starting up a website, I don't really think you have any business with this enterprise plan, but that's only that only depends on you actually. So you can see there are 6 plans that they have here, starting from the free plan, which is €0, of course, to the personal, the premium, the business, the commerce, and also the enterprise for the big boys as well, like I said before. So you just go over to WordPress.com/pricing and you can just see this page right here, and then you can make a choice. You can look into the package differences. You can see the plan differences over here. Just read up and then get familiarized with their package plans and all that, so you can make a choice of yours. So you can see I've actually explained WordPress.com and the criteria of hosting, customization, control, and pricing. Okay, let's look into WordPress.org right here. So we are going to look into WordPress.org also according to the hosting, the customization, the control, and also the pricing. So WordPress.org requires you to host your website yourself, which means you need to purchase your own hosting plan connected to a domain name, right? So you just need to buy a hosting plan connected to a domain name, and then you can now install WordPress.org into it. So if you are looking for anywhere you can buy a domain name, I will recommend Namecheap for you. So I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video to Namecheap to get domain and hosting in a very cheap price from Namecheap, right? So if I go over to namecheap.com, so you can actually get a domain name and hosting from Namecheap, and then you can install WordPress.org into the server, right? So WordPress.org actually allows you to host your website yourself, which means you need to purchase domain and hosting as well, as like I said before, right? So for you to purchase a domain and hosting, I recommend Namecheap for you. So I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video for you to get domain name and hosting from Namecheap at a very, very cheap rate, guys. So moving on to the customization, WordPress.org offers completely customization options, right? So it's very, very possible for you to customize each and every part of your WordPress website using WordPress.org. You can upload your own themes and plugins. You can use other APIs as well. Like you can go over to Envato or themeforest.net. You can download any premium theme from there, or even a free theme from there. Although I think they don't offer free themes actually from themeforest.net, but you can actually download or purchase and download any premium theme from themeforest.net or any other theme marketplace. You understand what I'm saying? So just go to any theme marketplace actually, and then get a premium theme, and you can come over to your website that you installed WordPress.org into, and then you can use it actually perfectly. So let's look into the control as well. WordPress.org provides more control over your website. You have access to the core files of your website as well as the server, right? So you have access to the core files, you have access to the .htaccess file, and you pretty much have access to each and every part of the website. Like you can see all the files, you can edit them, if you pretty much know what you're doing actually. So WordPress.org gives you more control over the website, right? So when it comes to pricing, WordPress.org is totally free. Like it's totally free, right? So you don't have to pay money for you to use WordPress.org. But mind you, have already paid money, to host your domain and hosting as well. So it's actually not kind of completely free, like it's not kind of completely free. Just the software is free, but then you have to pay money for domain name and hosting because you are hosting them yourself, right? So for how much you are going to pay for domain name and hosting, it depends on the web hosting platform that you're using. So I also once more will recommend Namecheap because they sell domain and hosting at a very cheap rate, right? So that's for the pricing. The software right here is actually totally free, right? So you can just come over to WordPress.org, press on get WordPress to download it. That's if you want to test out WordPress on your local host, right? Maybe using XAMPP or any other live server software. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's it, guys. Yeah, you can see WordPress.com is a simpler, like you can see right here, like WordPress.com is a simpler, more beginner friendly option for people who don't need a lot of customization. Like if you don't need a lot of customization, you pretty much need WordPress.com, right? You pretty much want to go over to WordPress.com if you don't need so much customization on your website. But WordPress.org is more advanced options that provides complete control over your website and allows for extensive customization, guys. So if you want to do everything, like if you want to see everywhere, or maybe do everything, do complex things with your WordPress website, you're pretty much gonna need to use WordPress.org. And I'm gonna tell you one more disadvantage of using WordPress.com. So I'm not practically asking you not to use WordPress.com, but there is this downside that I really do not like. Do you understand? Like, unlike WordPress.org, where I have to buy the domain name and hosting, and then install WordPress.org into it. But unlike that, when it comes to WordPress.com, it's not actually like that. So I think one of the downside with WordPress.com is that if you come over to WordPress.com, create an account, and then create your website as well. So maybe in 2 years time, you want to migrate from WordPress to maybe using another maybe WordPress.org. You can't actually do that. You can't actually, because you can't actually move your domain, you can't actually move your website at all. Like you hosted your website on WordPress.com, and it will be there till forever. Like, you can't move it, unlike WordPress.org, right? So if you're using WordPress.org, maybe you bought domain name and hosting from Namecheap, right? You bought your hosting from Namecheap and you installed WordPress.org. Then if maybe in the nearest future, maybe you don't like Namecheap services anymore, maybe they've got very, very slow page load and all that, and maybe the customer service got bad, or maybe things happen actually. So maybe you just want to move from Namecheap to maybe GoDaddy or Bluehost or A2 hosting or SiteGround as well. You can simply do that. You have full control of your website. You are the owner of your website. Like, you have full control of your website. So you can just simply do that. You can move your website from Namecheap right here over to maybe SiteGround. So guys, that's a very, 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 very big point that will let me choose WordPress.org over and over and over again. Services change actually, so Namecheap might not be doing well, maybe something about them might change tomorrow, so I will need to move on with my website. Do you understand? I just don't have to get tied down with Namecheap till forever, right? So if I want to move, I can simply move my website, but I cannot do that if I'm using WordPress.com. So that's just the downside that is really, really affecting me from using WordPress.com, because right now I don't use WordPress.com, and it's just because of that actual point. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? So let me know what you think in the comment section below, if you actually like WordPress.com more than you like WordPress.org, or maybe you like WordPress.org more than you do like WordPress.com. So let me know. I've actually highlighted the differences between the two platforms in the criteria of hosting, customization, control, and pricing as well. So guys, that's pretty much it in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Please give it a thumbs up and then leave a comment for me in the comment section below. Also, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. I know you just said thank you. You're welcome. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.